Shalom Israel. With ISUPK, start off 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I'm Commanding General Yohana, 1969, where we teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians make up the 12 tribes of Israel. I'm Officer QADASH Japar, and we're here to teach the Hebrew Israelite class. We got an interesting topic tonight. We're not affiliated with any other Israelite groups. So get in class, www.ISUPK, join the class. You see us out there on the street, blazing on the street, get involved. Most High is on his way back for his children. If you're a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, then you should be here in class. We have classes Monday through Sabbath, Monday through Saturday, you know. We have all kinds of classes. Get in class and join the ISUPK and the www.ISUPK. Excuse me. Okay. Yes, our class tonight, we're going to get into a topic, and we'll get in that topic, then we'll discuss something else also. But the interesting topic that I wanted to discuss is the Hebrew as it stands, you know, Paleo versus the Hebrew. I mean, you know, the green I have it in Paleo Hebrew. Of course, I throw the when we were in captivity, Northern Kingdom were in captivity also, and the Syrians took us also. Of course, we've been in captivity for a long time, but we learned this language. They use our characters. In Hebrew, as you know, have 22 characters. You know, see if I can write that a little bigger. We have 22 of them. And then we'll see who all, let me take this jacket off here. A little bit hot there. We're waiting for people to join the class. Friday night class. Okay. As we were taken in captivity, we had to learn Assyrian. But all they did was take our characters and enunciated them as best they could. Or taught us, or whatever, or I'm sorry, we taught them our characters. And they adopted it and made new characters for their language. So in enunciation, we taught them our characters right here. And they took and made new characters for Assyrian. This is not the original in black here. The green is the Paleo. You know, that's the original. That's what you want. And of course, that's the Paleo. Here's the Paleo down here, of course. Well, let's see. Yeah, Paleo right here. Sorry, put a P there. And Assyrian right there. There you go. And of course, nowadays, modern days, and even now, the Germans, the Germanic tribes, which are nothing but white people, that's all they are. They have a Yiddish, which is totally fake. And that's what I'm trying to show you right now. Just as simple and plain as I could possibly do it. The Yiddish, you know, let's use words like ha-aratazah. We'll get into what that really means. If people know what that is, chime in and tell me what ha-aratazah is. What is aratazah? But how they would pronounce it, the Yiddish, because they can't enunciate the words correctly, they'll say stuff like eretz. I mean, I listen to it over and over again. I say, how do they get aratazah, and then they say eretz? Because they simply can't enunciate our words. They can't make it clear. That's what enunciate means, to make and sound the word out clearly. They can't do that. Slaki for a second. There we go. Okay. Yeah, they can't enunciate the word out clearly. So they say eretz, and I paid attention to it. They use fake, the Yiddish, Germans. They speak some sort of bastard talk. I don't know what it is, but eretz. And if you listen closely, it would sound like eretz, like that, right there. And they're trying to say, I do say, because why? Let's rewrite this word here. Let's make sure. Let's point an arrow to this word here. Let's make sure you can see exactly what this is. They're trying to say these are fake Hebrew words. Fake. That means I'll put a line through that Hebrew, because they ain't really Hebrew. They don't even understand. Let's put it this way. They don't even have the right to be pronouncing our holy language. That's why we call it LASHAWAN QADASH. It's holy. They have no right to take our language and try to reform it with their tongue. It was given to us. It means holy tongue, not fake tongue. Eretz, an erez, or whatever. I can't hardly pronounce it there. But it's ha-arataza. You know, that's how you pronounce it. That's what they're trying to say, eretz. And I just gave you a little example. Of course, we broke arataza down. When you get a chance to chime in, let's see who we've got in. I have to walk over to the computer here for a second. So like we have Adrian. Adrian, if you good. Glad to have you in class, Adrian. She's always in class. We have okay. Now that you know that there's 22 vowels, and out of all 22 characters in Hebrew. Out of all those 22 characters, do you mean to tell me they can't use those characters? Here they are. And they even the Syrian, the Syrian nothing's changed with the Syrian here from this except for the enunciation. They just replace the sounds with different characters or different letters if you have it, or different alphabet if you have it. We call them characters. And there's 22 of them. So they can't fix their mouth to say, because they fake. They are the Ashkenazis. Let's find it in the Bible. Let's find it where these fake people come from. Let's just find it. Let me write Sister Adrian's name up there. Sis, glad you're in class. Adrian. Okay. And see a couple more people checking in right now. Good. They can't put their name on our LASHAWAN QADASH because it's holy. Let's find out who are these people. Yiddish fake. We have the real, and I forgot to write that down. Let me write it down. Hebrew, real. The real Hebrew as it was given to us. Versus, I got a big old green line down there so you won't have no mistake with understanding that. Let's go to the Bible here. Let's find out who these fake Jews are. Who are these fake Hebrew Jews? Jewish, I call them. Let's just put it down. Let's write it down here. They Jewish. Wish they were us. With that enunciation that they try to pronounce. We'll stay on this just for a second here. So people, look at that. Let's find out. Let me pull up the Bible. You can follow me along here. Let's turn to Revelation 2 and 9. Let's find out who these fake Yiddish people are. Who would dare? These? Nowadays they're over there using our language. They're still using it. The Syrians tried it with these fake characters here, but we have to use those because that's what we adopted in captivity. Because that's what they gave us. But the original goes back to Paleo-Hebrew, right there in green. Make no mistake about it, it's a LASHAWAN QADASH. And of course, the chicken scratches you see over here, they have the same letter for letter or character for character. It's the same thing. Problem is, it looks a little different, but it actually, we can enunciate it ourselves. That's why we do that. We say, ha, oops, I spelled that wrong. Lock it. And let's put an R there. There we go. Aratazah. Don't forget that because I spelled it. It's ha, and then it's ra, then tazah. Same thing here. Ha, aratazah. Lock it. So let's find Revelation 2:9. I'll just read it. You follow me along here. Let's find out what it actually says about the Yiddish people, the same people, the fake Jews over here. That actually, I'll put a red line through that, by the way. They got fake Hebrew. You know, you can see the word through there. Fake Hebrew. Why? Because they can't enunciate what we say correctly. It's aratazah and eretz. To them, they recognize it as eretz. They have to put little dots. They never seen anything like it. They have to take a word like this, a character like this, and put little dots. And I'm not going to get into all those symbols and what they mean, but all they do is tell you how to pronounce or how to enunciate that character. You know, I'll take that off because that's not necessarily true. It was just an illustration there to let you know that's what they're doing. So, and I've looked up that. I got a book that calls that breaks that down. So let's look in here. Let's find out who these fakes are. That's what we're doing in class right now. We want to find out who would dare take ha'aratazah. Why didn't they just come to the real Hebrew? Why did they come to QADASH? To be for real, why did they come to Commander General Yohana and say, listen, how do you pronounce that? Why did they do that? You know? And he would have broke it down to him. That's the Commander General Yohana, and all the officers broke it down to me. This is what we got here. Ha'aratazah. You know? And we'll find out what that means here in a second. But why do they got to say eretz? Why? Because they fake. Let's read about it here. Revelation 2:9. Follow along with me. Let's go back to 8 here. And unto the angel of the church in Smyrna, write these things, saith the first and the last, which was dead and first. So the angel in church Smyrna is talking about this. He say, I know thy works and that tribulation. That's us. We're in poverty. He know our works. He know we're in a bunch of tribulation. He know that. And he know there's somebody over here being fake against us. He say, and poverty. But listen, the Most High is saying, through Christ, is saying, Yahushua is saying, but thou art really rich. You know, we're not poor because we got the Hebrew language. We have the whole Bible. That's the point. Let me go over here and get that. Let me find a Bible here so you guys can see why we're rich. This is like gold. This is like gold right here. It's a Bible. That's like gold. You see, the Hebrew language, like gold. You see, and the Apocrypha. Let's bring that too. Let's not mix that up over here. Got it over here. Let's lock you there. And the Apocrypha, they tried to take it out. Heard a preacher say, some old fake Yiddish preacher say today. That's what prompted me to do this class. I heard a fake preacher say today talking about, the Apocrypha was omitted. And that's why the Catholic Church don't use it. They have our records. They know who we are, see. But the Apocrypha is actually part of this Bible. Make no mistake about it. Don't think that it isn't. It's part of it. All this is together. So we'll put this right here and we'll finish reading here. I know thy works in the tribulation, poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy. Oh man. The blasphemy, a wicked and abominable thing. Who would take this and perpetrate the real children of Israel? The blacks, the Hispanics, and the native Indians. Who would do that? Well, I'll tell you who would do that. You got these people right here. In Revelation 2:9, follow along with me. I know thy works of tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews. Now let's dwell on that for a second. when you're saying that you're a Jew, you say that you're a Jew. To say that, that's where this wish comes from. This ish, pertaining to a Jew. They want to be us so bad. So they can't go in and have somebody and say, ha'aratazah. I'm using the Hebrew class to break it down a little further. They can't say ha'aratazah. They have to say adatz, because they are the fake Jews pertaining to the real Jew. And by the way, Jew, fourth son, born. And the Jews is Yahweh, or Jew, or Judah, short for Judah. See, fourth-born son of Jacob. Yahweh. That's who the real Jew are, us. You're looking at one. When you see blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians on the street, know that we're priests and prophets of the Most High. We understand what ha'aratazah means. We don't go around saying in camp, on the street, or anybody tell them that it's adatz. If anything, I tell them it's fake Hebrew. It's Yiddish. And that's what these people walking around bobbing their heads on the wall and acting a complete fool. I guess that's what they're supposed to act. Wearing the hat, sticking little pieces of paper on the wall. Hey, it's all fake. It's all phony. It's not real. We used to have in a commercial call, is it real or is it Memorex? Is it fake? It's fake. That's their problem. They fake. That's why I drew a line between that. Fake Hebrews, Yiddish, German descent, Ashkenazi, white people, if you want to say, perpetrating me. Perpetrating all 12 tribes of Israel. And it's not necessarily because of the color, it's because the Bible tells you that Christ was a black man. You see, it talks about it. It talks about color in there. Because you can be light, you can be dark here. We had all shades of Hebrew Israelites here. But here, it's because the Bible tells you what Christ is, and they want to hide. So let's finish reading. I know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews. They wish they was. They pertain to this, but they are Jews and are not. They're not. They're not Jews. Let me put this big old not there. Not. Because we'll get a couple more words up there before we move on to something else. But they're not. Is it fake or is it real? Well, it all starts right there. It starts in the way they can't understand our Bible. They don't understand it. They wreck it. And our people out there are completely destroyed because they threw all this fake Jesus. I'll bring that word up here. It's actually a Greek word, lezus. I'll bring that word up. But they bring that word up from Greek, of course. That's what it is. But we're teaching Hebrew here in Hebrew class. They bring up fakeness to mess us up or try. But they can't because we have the original here. You see, the Most High in his wisdom has given us the original language here. So I can look up here. All I got to do is just go and look it up. Oh, ha'aratazah, because I have the 22 characters to look it up and pronounce it correctly. I don't have to go around and say adatz. Because I remember when I first started trying to learn Hebrew, I'm sitting up there online. I said, why are they teaching me this stuff that this doesn't even fit my tongue? Come to find out, because it's fake Hebrew. No, but ISUPK under Commander General Hana, we're not affiliated with any other Israelite group. They broke it down to me so I'll understand the real. You see all these characters up here? Abba Gada Hawazaka Tayakala Manasa I Pataza Kwara Shata. That's the way you pronounce it. It rolls off my tongue like it was like I was there 1,000 years ago. You see? Say it again. Abba gada hawazaka tayakala manasa. Manasa. Ipataza kwara shata. You see? Because when you are a Hebrew Israelite, it's real. That's our language. Ha'arataza. If that wasn't the case, ha'arataza, I asked them to try to pronounce it. They'll say, eret, fake. They'll say, what do you say? How do you say that word? And a few of people online, if you know what arataza means, write it down and type it in the chat and let me know what it means, okay? Now, let's finish this up. And I'll tell you what it means in a second. I know the blasphemy of them that say they're Jews and are not, but they are the synagogue of Satan. Blasphemy, synagogue of Satan. That's what goes along with these Yiddish, Germanic tribe people here. We got the breakdowns on it, you know. Even the LASHAWAN QADASH class got it, you know. We got the breakdown on it. Fake Hebrews is what they are. They're trying to say eretz. They're trying to say aratazah because they don't know how. But that's what they are. It's not meant for them. That's the whole point. It's meant for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's as simple as that. That's what it is. It's meant for us. We are the chosen. That's the reason why they can't understand it. Let's read that text once again before we get off of it here. It says, Most High, Revelation 2 and 9, I know thy works and thy tribulation and the poverty that we go through every day, stricken, man, sitting up here trying to go through trying to make a living. Now we got some of us out here trying to vote. Worse than your time, the worst thing you could ever do is go out there and vote for people. The Bible says that ain't who you vote for. We've had classes on that. That's you don't vote for somebody that the Most High didn't pick. You know, the worst thing you can do is go. I remember when I was young, they would tell the people to go count the jelly beans, send them home. How much this weigh? Well, I ain't got a scale. How many jelly beans in a jar? I know, but they don't care. And so voting never really meant anything anyway. They just did that to appease the masses. We 3/5 people, and how are we gonna vote? Go there and try to, we fought for the right to vote. No, we didn't. You know, you don't want to be voting. Who are we voting for? Talking about, we had Barack Obama. No, he wasn't. He was a Hamite. In other words, in short, he was African. That's the point. We had a black president. No. Make no mistake about it. Barack Obama was a Hamite. He was not part of the Hebrews. He wasn't Hebrew. He isn't Hebrew. So let's read that again. I know thy works and thy poverty, and I know thy works and thy tribulation and poverty. We're stuck in poverty. The first hired on the job. The last hired on the job, the last one to get a job. First one to get fired. Here's your furlough check, bro. On your slavery. I ain't making much money anyway. Here it is. Said the Most High, he knows about that. That's what Revelation 2 and 9 is saying. But he said, thou art really rich. Why are you rich? Why are you rich? Because we have the Testament. We have the understanding. Why are we rich? Because we know what Aratazah mean. Why are we rich? We know what Bayath mean. Not Bayath. Bayath. That's how they pronounce that. There are 22 characters in the Hebrew language, and it doesn't sound like this. Bayath doesn't sound like that. That's how I investigate. This is what they're doing. So they go around bobbing heads, wearing hats, wearing these long fake sideburns, long coats, molesting children, doing some of everything, and call themselves the people of God. No, they're not. They're fake Hebrewites, Jews. They're Yiddish. That's why I put their writing here, because that means if they're really truly fake, and they are, because the Bible says, Revelation 2 and 9, not like because I said it. It says, I know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews. say it. They say they're Jews. And or not. They're not. They say they're Jews, but they're not. N-O-T, they ain't. But they are the synagogue of Satan. The synagogue of Satan. See? Synagogue of Satan. That's a strong saying, which is good. That's why I'm glad Revelation 2 and 9 bring it out. You know, tells you about who these people are. So when you see these words, anybody got it in the chat? We'll give you another. About 10 seconds. What is ha'aratazah? What does that mean? We went over it before. You might remember. I don't know. I'll give you a hint. It's get some water here. I'll give you a hint. It's something that you walk on every day. Sometimes another word called terror. It's something that another name for it would be called soil. Earth. That's what it is. Okay? Earth. So, for the Hebrew word for ha'aratazah is actually the earth. I'll just put earth right here. We'll just say, let's see if I can find a place. Yeah, we'll put it right here. Earth. T-H, okay? Earth. It means the earth. Ha is a preposition. It's prepping this right here. Ha. Aratazah. Now let's find this right here. Ah. It's right here. It's the first character in the Hebrew language over here. Ah. This little character right here. That one. Ha. Okay. The next one is that's this little cone right here. So let's put the and also in our characters as we repeat again as we warm up, it has connectors to it. So ha. Let's break it down like this. You said upside down U like that. What that generally is. Let's take these U's off because I don't want people to mistake this over here. I'll put them back on there in a second. I don't want to mistake for the wrong language. What the U's, the upside down U right there, actually is and means it means that this is a it is an independent connector. That means it has a sound independently on its own. Ha by itself. Don't need no help. Just ha. And then you get into the rest of the word. Ah, right here. A-H, ah. Right there. Ra, looks like a 4, right there. And of course you have tazah. And so ha is the, we'll say, see if we can put it up here. The, put it down up here. The earth. I don't know if I got enough room, but there. You might be able to see it, I don't know. The earth. That's what it means. Ha'aratazah. Okay? I know you got it. I know you're thinking about that over there in class. The people in class over there getting understanding. Yes. Okay? Ha'aratazah. That's what that is. The earth. And they can't pronounce it. When I say they, there again, if you just joining in, the Germans, though, are all of the Yiddish speaking people, fake Hebrew is what they're doing. And they desecrating blasphemy. That means everything they're doing is blasphemy. If this is supposed to be our holy language, then why are they saying stuff like eretz, eretz? What's that? I mean, if our language is holy, our Bible is holy, then our language is holy. It's LASHAWAN QADASH. So we can call them on that. So 22 characters is what we really have. So let's move to the next word here. We know that means ha'aratazah, the earth. Let's find out how to say this. Ba-yath. Now, in their language, In their language, they would pronounce Bayath as Bayeth. Bayeth. This, in other words, is I right here. Bayeth. Ah. We don't have anything in our language that says ah. It's ah. Like I said again, it's ah, ba. And then, of course, we have two vowels. We have the ah and the I. It's as simple as that. Ah and I. Not ah and not it. It's ah and I. It's very important to understand and to enunciate those if you're going to speak Hebrew. Why? Because we have some fakes over here that's going around trying to pronounce this A. If you see this, if you guys been in school here, you know that that's a short A, and that's ah, and that's a short I. Even the language over here in America, the white people use it over here. Their language, they will pronounce that ah. And they have short A's. See, in the Hebrew language, it's sort of confusing the way they do things. For some you don't know. That's why I guess they got to go around and put or it. But the word is actually sounds like Bayath. Now, if you know what Bayath means, write it down in the chat while we go along here. But the main thing, I'm sorry. Let's finish up the. Before I go on, let's finish up the connectors on this aratazah. Okay, let's finish that up. It's and then it's right here aratazah. Ra, and then you have tazah. Let's see. Aratazah. Let's bring these together right here. Aratazah. Now you can say let's bring these together like this. Because that's how you want to pronounce it. And then we have tazah. Aratazah. And it's got really one smooth sound. But let's break it down like this. Tazah. We want to say we say ratazah. Or you can say it like this. You can say ratazah. Ratazah. You can put it all together like that. I think I'll leave it like that. That looks better. It sounds better. And that's the whole point. Like that. By itself. Ratazah. Ratazah. You hear that sound right there in the throat. Can't get it out of there. Right there. And then ratazah. So we want to put them together. So that's how the connectors would look. And the connectors here, by itself, by itself, and then ratazah. This right here. All of that is one sound, so we'll put it together as one sound. That's pretty much how you do it. But I can tell you, even if you put ratazah, ratazah, you hear it. Ratazah. But I can tell you for a fact, it don't sound like adx. Whole different. Don't even know what that is. And that's how they pronounce it. Adx with an S or adz. Because that's how Germans talk. That's how Germanic language is in Yiddish. If you ever talk to a German, they spitting all on you and all that. Most of the language they do that's Slavic German. I'm sorry, Germanic language. That's how they talk. They can't help it because they're not the Most High's chosen people. As simple as that. So we'll go here and then, of course, when you want to say tazah on the end here, what we have to do, instead of saying tazah, it has to look like this. Like that. Because it's an ending. we have ending connectors. An ending connector for in the Hebrew language under the Assyrian, right here. The Syrian is right here, so we'll put an A for the Syrian. And a P for the Paleo right here, a little bit better, there you go. When you see Ha, it's right there. Ra, and then you see that little functioning Y there, that's actually a tazah because it's at the end. And that's, there you go, for understanding what they look like, you can understand that ha'aratazah in the Assyrian language has a ending sound for the tazah. And of course, there it is right here on the board. I'm kind of running out of colors. That's the reason why I'm using almost any color. But the green right here, there, and of course that blue there. Sorry about that. Ha'aratazah. So we'll let you write that down, let that sink in, so you guys can understand what's going on. You know, that's the springboard that we use. Revelation 2:9 is explained to you what this Yiddish language. That's what I'm explaining to you what these people are. These Yiddish people, and they fake Hebrew. What they fake Jews, we're writing down the difference between fake and real for right now, before we move on in class, okay? Now, let's get back to Bayath. Okay, and I reiterate again, they say, of course, you know, I'm speaking the because I live here in America, but I'm Hebrew, you know, slave here in this world. I have to pronounce things sometimes the way they do because I'm stuck here for right now. Bayath. This is how they pronounce Bayath. Bayath. Sound like somebody that just came out of a tunnel or a goat that lost his appetite. Bayath. Bad. Because they don't, the word is Bayath, not Bayath. Okay? Well, let's find out, okay, the connectors. Let's find out the connectors on the paleo. What do they look like? Ba, upside down, that's an independent connector right there. And then Yath. So we definitely got to join these together right here. Yath. That's why you get this whole sound here. Yath, right there. Bayath. Okay, give you a chance to write that down for a second. While you're in the chat there, let's understand. Give a chance, guys, to write that down. So we'll understand the fake and how they're pronounced. What we're doing today is going over some enunciations. And let's as a matter of fact, let's read that definition. I read it earlier. Let's just read what enunciate means so you guys understand. We read Revelation 2:9. As a matter of fact, I write it up here on the board. Revelation 2:9. That's what these people are right here. Revelation 2 and 9. That's what these fakes are. They of the synagogue of Satan. Let's look up real quick here so you'll understand. See if I can find that right here. There it is. Enunciate definition. Enunciate definition. It means to say or pronounce the word clearly. They are not enunciating this properly. That's a good word to use. To say or pronounce the word. Let me see. Yeah. To say or pronounce the word clearly, that means the same. That's how you say. That's the definition, I'm sorry, for enunciate. Let me write this a little smaller so I can write that down here, because that's sort of like the reason why we're even here for this. I write Revelation 2 and 9 is who these people are that's doing this, and then we'll say enunciate. I think that's how you spell it. Enunciate. To say or pronounce a word clearly. And it may sound clear in their language, because it's the German language, but it sure All they had to do was stick with their German language. That would have been one thing. No, they want to perpetrate a Jew and Jewish language and wish they were pertaining to a Jew, Yahweh. So that's blasphemy. So Revelation 2:9 brings it out. They enunciate, in that case, they enunciate every word probably that they say. Right, because it's a holy language and not meant for them. So ha'aratazah, anetz, and bayath, they're enunciating it wrong. And that's now I'm saying that a lot of people just in case you don't understand, you don't know, that's what they're doing. The Hebrew Israelite class, we're bringing it out. How about Shem Yahweh Shai to all my brothers and to my Akim, Yahweh Shema, Alathah Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai to all the sisters. We're letting you know that we're teaching. I'm Officer Kazak Shapar, ISUPK, South Carolina here. And we're teaching the Hebrew class on Friday night. We have the 22 characters on the board. We have the 2 vowel sounds, the ah and the I, right there. And we are enunciating properly. We're teaching you the difference between real and fake in Hebrew, and it will be through enunciation. That's one thing. And it will be through captivity of the Syrian. See, well, that's why we go to the real, which is the Paleo Hebrew. I normally start with the Paleo because I know from there, I know what this sounds like, and I know how it's spelled simply by sounding it out here and spelling it. Ha'aratazah, the earth. Ha, again, is a preposition. Okay? And ha, right here. It's a preposition. That's why it says ha, the earth. Okay? And bayath. Okay? You guys know what that is? Just type it in the chat. Chime in and type it in and tell me what bayath is. Spend a little time on this because I want you to understand that don't just pick up your computer and say, oh man, I want to learn some Hebrew. No, you're not going to learn Hebrew like that. You're going to learn this Yiddish. I know because I tried it. It's accident. Thank to the Most High Yahweh in the name of Christ, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, that I don't have to go through this Yiddish to understand the real and the fake. Now, I mean, I know what this is, but I know how they try to say it themselves. I'm not German, so why I want to pronounce words like this that don't even look right? This one sort of look like it's supposed to, but it certainly don't enunciate correctly. And that's where we get it from. Let's move on to another word here. We'll leave. I'm sorry. Let's put down what it means. You guys understand what bayath is? What is bayath? Let's find out what it is. Bayath is actually house. That's what it is in the Hebrew. It's house. Okay, we'll move on to some more words, and then we'll move on to something else. We'll try to put those sentences, these words, these fake. We'll make sure we dispel the lie over here because that's what they're perpetrating who we are. So let's erase this. Let's erase ha'aratazah, which is the earth, which is the real. Let's find out. Because they can't pronounce the word correctly, so they don't have no choice. And so Tower of Babel took care of that. So let's and Bayath's house. So let's erase that. That means house. Let's put another word up here that's commonly pronounced or enunciated. I'm sorry, I apologize. That's enunciated. Not clearly, or even spelled messed up. Everything's messed up about it most of the time. So let's find out. let's use one. I'm sorry. Let's get this out of here. Value. Let's get this. Let's erase that period. Okay. Let's see. Let's use one like, let's say, when they say this word right here, they mess this up every day. Well, you know what? Let's use a black over here. I want to make sure I got two different colors so you can see the difference. Okay. Let's find out what this is right here. Find out what this word is. Right there, common word. Most people know what that is, but I'll tell you how they say it, because they so messed up in the enunciation. That's what we're talking about. They're so messed up in their enunciation, they would go around and say this, you know. And you even see some fake Israelite groups using that right there. Yeshua. Yeah, there you go again. Some of this Yiddish. Yeshua. Makes me sick just to hear them trying to pronounce our holy language, you see. And it's really, it's Yahawashai right here. Yahawashai. You know? Yahawashai. The Savior. Hamashiach, Yahawashai. This anointed Savior. We'll put Yahawashai up there. Christ is what they really try to say it is. In the Greek, I looked it up. The Greek used a word called where they get Jesus from. Let's get some space up in here where I know the Jews not. The Greeks use a word, and they would say in Greek they use Zeus. They're trying to say, or they may say, Zeus. You know, and that's Latin. The Latin is for Jesus, and the Greek for Jesus is Jesus, but Latin is actually just Jesus. Right there. That's actually Latin. And Greek is Jesus. That's where they get it from. You know, and we pronounce Greek, you know, Jesus or Jesus, or it's just Latin, but it's really Yahushua. You know, not this white Jesus that you see on TV, and not the white Jesus that's perpetrated. He's actually Revelation 2:9. They use him. I know thy works. The blasphemers say that they're Jews, okay, but they're not. They want to put up their fake Jesus and call him Jesus or Jesus, or you see for the most time the Germans. That's a German word, Yeshua or Yiddish. Everybody know it's Yahweh. So let's put on there how you pronounce. I'm sorry. Let's get the original writings on that for the actual how you write this. So we say Yah right here. This is going to be in Paleo. Well, let's get a better marker there. There we go. It's locking. Okay. Yah, like that, and then we have Yah right here. Ha, like that, right there, just like that. And then we have Yah, Ha, then we have Wa. So we gotta make sure that we put everything down here that's supposed to be here. So we put Wa like that. Okay. Then we want to put Yahweh, then we want to put Shai. Shah is like that. This part of it. Then of course you put I. The I sound simply looks like an O. Yahawashai. Yahawashai. Not Yeshua. Now that's their way of saying the fake from the real. Going back to the blasphemy of say that they're Jews. They can't enunciate the word, so what they say is Yeshua. You hear all these fake priests coming out here with the little hats on their head going around saying, oh, Yeshua. And then what the worst thing, I can understand the white man saying that, or the Yiddish saying, just because he can't enunciate, but you got our own black brothers going around, Yeshua, and trying to fix their mouth and say Yeshua, or whatever the hell they're trying to say. Yeshua. And the Greek is Jesus or Jesus or whatever. They're trying to fix their mouth and say Yeshua. Tough. Hard to say, tough. I almost spit that out. Why not say Yahawashai? Don't that sound better? Yahawashai. And let's of course get it to connectors. Yah, Ha, Wa, and then Shai. Just like that. Those are the connectors. Let's make them look better than that. Right here. Yah, Ha. Ooh, don't want to rush it here. Yah, Ha, Wa, and then of course Shai. That's how it actually looks, and that's how we know what it is. Of course, we can write that in Assyrian. We don't have to, but like the Paleo. Let's just put up here the Paleo. I'm not going to put down the Syrian for this one right here, the Paleo. For Yahawashai, because that's as you see it. I'm pretty sure the scrolls that they turned over, right here, Yahawashai. Of course, Yahweh. That's why we say Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahawashai. The Most High in the name of Christ, or in the name of Yahawashai, whom you ignorantly call Yeshua, or Christ. Okay? And so that, like I said, this is who they would call Christ. But his real name is Yahawashai. And that's the point in Paleo of understanding, so we'll understand how to enunciate the whole idea. So you guys, I don't want nobody to go off half-cocked thinking that they can go online and try to break down Hebrew and try to break down Hebrew and learn Yiddish online and think they got something. What you got is F-A-K-E, fake Hebrew. That's what you got. Okay? Let's see here. Checking on time here. Okay, there you go. Fake Hebrew. And of course, let's get another word here before we move on out, and then I'll give me maybe one more word, and then I'll put some of these words into synthesis here. But don't forget, that's Yeshua. It's fake. Yahawashai. That's our anointed. Ha-Masiyah. The anointed. Ha, there again. Ha is a Masiyah. Ha means the. Masiyah, anointed. The anointed. That's what it is. Let's get one more here. Let's give one like in Paleo Hebrew, the real Hebrew, not the fake. Let's find out. I may have two words here. Let's find out when we have something like Zari. Za, they say Zari, but it's actually Zarai. Like that. Okay? They would say over here, instead of saying that, they would say, instead of saying Zarai, we'll find out what they mean here. They would be saying Zere. Like this. Weird. Like that. You know they're copying off us because they try to even spell it like that, but they can't. They don't have these enunciations correctly, so they can't. So they go over here and put something like this. Z, like that. We don't have no E sound like that. Z. And then they have it's a short E like that like the white people taught us in our school system here. Yeah, Z, re. Zere, something like that. I ain't the best I can pronounce it. I have to put these on there, but that's the Yiddish right there for it. See, but it's actually Zarai. And the way that you can understand it a little better is when I write out the Hebrew. All right? Over here. Za. Here's the Za, like this. That's what a Z looks like in Paleo. Za. Okay? There's much of it right here. Ra. Okay, and then I. Za, right. So it's Za, and then let's put these two together, Zarai. That's how you pronounce that, Zarai. All right? So we'll do one more here. Like we're concentrating on how they became fake because they can't really pronounce our word. At dawn, you should be able to understand that. When you look at their enunciations, they can't. We'll put one more, and then we'll end this fake and real here. They have another word called but Zarai. Well, let's before we go on, what does Zarai mean? Anybody in the chat knows what it means? Give you about 10 seconds here. You might understand. I mean, you might not, but I'll give it to you. But I'll just tell you. It means seed. Zarai. Seed. See, the seed of Abraham. Okay, that's through the seed of Isaac. Through the seed of Jacob. And all the way down to Christ. Yahushua. That's through the 12 tribes of Israel. That's what they're trying to say. Zarai. Seed. That's a man's seed. Sperm. But that's what it means. Okay? The woman don't have the seed. We are the Zarai, the seed. Zarai. So the man said that, Zarai, that's what he is. Okay? And then we'll do this one right here. Everybody knows this one right here. Yan. Okay? All right? And check this out. Let's see the fake. How would you think they pronounce that one? Boy, this is something here. They added again. They can't enunciate the word. And we looked up the definition of enunciate is try to pronounce something clearly. So what they did is they say, yeah. There you go again. Yeah. Like that. Yayin. You guys, you can look it up if you disagree, but that's what it is, yayin. And because it's fake, it's yayan. Rolls off your tongue. Zarai, yayan. Not how did I say that? Zere. And then yayin. Sound like a a whole animal, or yayin. What's a yayin? No, it's actually yan. And of course, everybody knows what yan is. It's wine. Okay? It's wine. That's what it is. And of course, we'll spell it in Hebrew here. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I can use it in this color here. Yah, like this. Yah. And then, let me make this a little smaller here. This is too big. Yah. And then let me put the word up there again because it's too big. I got to make it a little smaller so we can see it a little better there. It's wine, okay? Yeah. They say yayin, and we say yan. Okay? That's how it's pronounced, yan. Okay? Ya, you got two of them. Ya, and then we got another one on here, another Z, or ya, that's what it looks like. Of course, you have to join it together with the N sound, so it looks like that. So it's a connector. The connectors will be ya, and then you have to join the yan together, of course, to make yan, which is nothing but wine. And that's our little lesson. And we'll do another one of these lessons here, get you guys a little bit more involved here. So let's later on, and as we move on down through the times of doing LASHAWAN QADASH class, Zarai for seed, Zere, the fake people pronounce it, the Yiddish people, the perpetrator of the Jews, they can't enunciate it, and so they say Zere. Zere. It's Zarai. And then you have Yayan, which is wine, yayan, and they say yayin. We give you a chance to write that down so you'll understand it a little better. It's good to understand these few examples because in these few examples right here that I put down, you'll begin to look up a lot of words and say, oh man, they really can't pronounce or enunciate these words properly. So that's why they stumble. That's why they fall and try to say something that they really don't know how to say. So let's put in the spirit of what's going on here. Let's just erase this off the board. I'm kind of tired of talking about the fake and the real. I mean, I like talking about the real, but I'm kind of tired of talking about the fake here because we expose them, let them know that they can't even pronounce our words properly. That's the whole point. Of course, they let's put something on the board here. Let's talk about what we need to do from those fake Jews over there, right there. What we need to do is what? Let's put a word over here. Let's find out. Let me get a good pen. What we need to do from these fakes, the fake Jewish people, let's put down what they are. Fake Jewish. Revelation 2 and 9. Let's use that. That's what they are. Fake Jews. See? Well, let's find out something here. Let's find out something. What we need to do from them? We need to be separate from them. So let's say, this is a sentence I made up right here. I said like this. It's present tense, by the way. It's present tense. Present tense. In other words, not tomorrow. I purposely chose a sentence that's present tense right here. And it's separate. Separate from these fakes over here. Separate. Okay? Separate. Or yeah. Separate is badalya. Ba dal badalka. I'm sorry, it's Lakia. Badalka. Been so long since I looked at that. And then we'll have separate what? From. Separate from, and of course from is mayan. Let me put this a little. Let me do this a little better here. Man, separate right here. Okay, Slocky, and then we'll have that's of course badalka. Ba, dal, ka. Right. Been a while since I used that illustration. Separate from this. From your, and let's put down from who? Separate from your, we don't put down, separate from your enemy. Okay? From your enemy. And let's write the word enemy right here. Who is your enemy? All those nations that went against us. The fake Jews. That's your enemy. Talking about they want to be Jewish people. Talking about they want to be Jewish. You know, they can't do that. They can be Jewish, but they can't be Jew. Yahweh. So, or it says separate from your enemy or the heathen, and that word will be called, let's see, from all of them. So let's put Yab Ya. Now, and then we want to say all enemy, of course, right here, all enemy. So that means we have to say Ya I'm sorry. Ayab Yam. Really all you're doing is adding an M there. But Yam is plural. That's the present tense, and that's why we're using it. And let's do this for a second here. You know, this is the let me use the real and real time, you know, in present tense, we're gonna do, I'll keep getting this back. We're gonna do in present tense right here. We're gonna say who are we trying to separate from? Let's make this relevant. Because these are people trying to get us to go and vote. That's why if you separated from them, you wouldn't be sitting up there trying to go vote, eat their food, eat their shrimp, eat their pig, their lobster and their crab and all that stuff. You'd be separated from them. Separated. In other words, badalka. 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 You'd be separated from them. Here's my notes here. Okay? And that way you won't have that problem. See? That's you or your ka. So let's find out what this is. Ka. Ka is a right here. Let's break this down a little bit. Ka. That is it's not a preposition, it's a possessive adjective. And let's find out what it means. It means you or your, okay? So it's a possessive adjective. So in other words, you want to make this not a preposition, but you want to use a possessive adjective. Ka means you or your. That's right. So it's a possessive adjective right here. Possessive adjective. We're getting a little technical here, so you'll understand why. It's badal is actually separate. But okay, so when you want to say separate you separate, or your, the word is like set apart, you know, or which means holy, or separate. So when you say separate is badalka, but when you say set apart, we can use that in there too. We can put, or which means holy. In other words, QADASH, why badalka mayan. You can say QADASH, you know. You can say that too, if you want to say. But badalka itself is to separate. It means badalka or badal. So ka, you put it back here, badal ka. Now you're saying, and you put from mayan. Well, you got to know who to separate from. These people right here. You can see that right there. Them people right there. The Jewish people. Not the Jews, but the Jewish people. They perpetrate. Let me see if I can get me a make sure. Let me make sure you guys, let me make sure that stands out so you guys can understand that real good there. We want to make sure you separate from these people. Anybody that's are all enemies, all enemies. Let's go ahead and not just the Jewish people, any enemy. Anybody that had all in the Psalms 83, they had all these nations that were against us. So separate from them. So you won't be eating their food. So you won't be voting in their booths. Jewish people. Get away from them. The Most High doesn't want you to be around them. So let's get away from them, you know? Get away from these Jewish people. The fakes. Revelation 2:9. And of course, from. So separate from all of the enemy. Let's go ahead and put all right here in big letters, in big red. All. Some? Nah. All. We're gonna pluralize it right there. All, because this is a possessive adjective. You can use it. All. Enemy is a noun, so we say abyapkam, abyapyam. I'm sorry. Possessive adjective right there also. So all. Some, how many? All. So let's where is this? Let's say this. We're going to separate from all the enemies. Let's turn. Let's see. Let's find Ezra 10 and 11. Let's see if we can't find something on that. Let's find a scripture. I think I wrote down Ezra 10 and 11 on that. Separate from all. Let's just read it. Let's see what it says. Let's find out. Ezra, I think it's what I say, 10 and 11. There you go. Let's do that. Ezra 10 and 11. Now therefore make confession unto the Most High, God of your fathers, and do his pleasure, and separate yourselves. That's why I looked that word up. Separate yourselves from the people of the land and from the strange wives. Badalka. Who? You. You separate yourself. Right here. You know, possessive adjective. You separate. Not something. You just say, oh, let them do it. No, you separate. Badalka. Okay? You separate from, which means mayan, from who? The Jews and all enemies. All enemies. So separate from. So you won't have to worry about going in the voting booth and trying to figure out how to count jelly beans. You don't need to be with them. You don't need them. They don't need you, so you definitely need. Oh, I'm sorry. They needed you to run their cotton fields and build this land, but they definitely don't need you now. They wish you'd go somewhere else. But you know, Most High is going to take care of all that. I'm saying to you, why don't you just go and separate them? What did I write that at? Let's see. Let's read that again. Let's see here. Let's find out. And we'll find that, let's see, I think I said Ezra 10 and 11. Let's read that again. Ezra 10 and 11. Ezra, right here. 10 and 11 says this. Now therefore make confession unto the Most High God of your fathers, and do his pleasure, and separate, or badalka, separate yourselves. You or your. When you say badalka, you're saying separate you, or separate yourselves, is what you're really saying. From Mayan, that's what it's saying. From the enemy. I just say the people of the land. And strange wives, that's definitely an enemy. You're supposed to have a wife of your own nation, not all these strange wives that you're doing. So that's Ezra 10 and 11. I guess we'll get out of that one here real quick. So we'll understand. Okay. Ezra 10 and 11, broke it down just like that. Separate yourself. That's pretty much where I get this sentence from. I do a lot of that. I like to take sentences out of the Bible and write the Hebrew for them, or let it tell me what the Hebrew is, and bring it out in class. And that's what we've done. Separate, badalka, your, from these Jewish people over there, because they definitely hate you. You know, them the people that, well, I'll write it down here. I'll write it down. What are they doing? They hunt us. They are hunting us in our streets, okay? That we can't even go out and walk into our streets. I'll write that sentence down in a second here. And what are they doing? They got a perpetual hatred. They're hunting us down. Look at George Floyd. Look at Eric Garner. Look at Trayvon Martin. Look at the Mexicans on the border. Put them in the cage. Put them in the cages like that. Put our children in the cages. Killing them on the border. Okay? So why do you want to be around people that hunt you down in the street? That's why the Most High say, look, separate them. If you would separate them, and you'd be under Commander General Hunter, ISUPK, www.isupk, you'd automatically do that. You wouldn't have to be running around here trying to be buddy and all loving to them and patting them and shaking hands and shaking and hugging them and taking strange wives. Ezra 10 and 11 said, you'd be separating yourself. You'll be badalka from all these enemies. Ezra 10 and 11. From Mayan. We'll write the Hebrew out there in a second. From all the enemy. Anybody that's not black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, never trust your enemy. I think it was Ecclesiastes 12 and 10, I believe. I can't remember. I can look it up. But I think that's what it is. Never trust them anyway. You can't trust them, so why you want to be around? You know? Let's see if I can find out of the proper. When we talk about separate, well, badalka. Well, let's find out what that is. Let's see. What did I say? Ecclesiasticus. Let's find out what that is. 12. Yep. There it is right there. Right here. Let's read it. This is apocrypha. It's part of our Bible. We can't even trust them to put this in our Bible. They took it out. Roman Catholic Church, all the enemies just took it out. Oh, they don't need it. But this is part of our Bible. Okay? You look at the King James Version, the 1611 edition. It was inserted in the middle. I have one. So that's so, who's doing this against? These people, your enemies, Jewish people, Roman government, Pope, all them enemies. Elams, Chinese, Japanese, Moab, Ammons, all of them, all of those fakes, guys. That's what you don't want. Akwaps. Listen, in Ecclesiastes 12:10, it says, never trust thy enemy. Never. Like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. As sure if iron will rust, and iron will rust. You put iron in water, it's going to rust. You don't trust him. So you separate from him. That's Ecclesiasticus. This is why they didn't want you to know what was in here. Because of things like this. Never trust your enemy. Right there. Right there. See? Never trust thine enemies. Right there. Ecclesiasticus. There's the Apocrypha. Right there. Right there. Got a little shout on it, but that's what we read out of. Never trust your enemy. Don't trust him. If you take a nail and put it in some water, it rusteth, the Bible says. That's what the Apocrypha is, the Bible. For as like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Yeah, I mean, it's wicked to take a person and hunt him down the street. It's wicked in this voting season to say, oh man, go ahead and vote. And then give him two wicked people to vote from. What kind of wickedness is that? I mean, but they tried to throw you somebody of color, and he was Hamite. He was African. That's enemy too. Never trust. He's our enemy. Barack Obama's our enemy. So never trust thine enemy. Separate from him. Separate from your enemy. Baldalka mayan ayapya. And if you want to say all your enemy, not some, you want to say Baldalka, possessive adjective, ka, mayan, from ayab yam. Baldalka mayan ayab. That's how you say all enemy, not some, just all, okay? So we'll give you a chance, guys, to write that down in class here. We'll move on here. Separate from your enemy, because he's going to be your enemy no matter what. That's what the Bible says. It's sure if that iron's going to rust, he's going to be wicked against you. That's the point. That's what you don't want to do. So let's erase that. Hope you guys got that written down. Let's erase this, and let's find out in present tense right there. We found out that you need to separate from your enemy. We broke it down a little bit. I guess I could have written the Hebrew for it, but I was busy. At least I wrote the words for it, so write that down. LASHAWAN QADASH. Now let's get into one last sentence here maybe before class ends. Now let's get into Lamentations 4:18. They hunt us down in our steps. They hunt us down. Let's get into it. Lamentations 4:18. If you got it, pick it up, read it, and let's find out what these words are. They, right here, hunt. They hunt. What are they hunting? Okay, let's see. Tazah. 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 Wad. Ma. Okay? There's a reason why we use ma. Because it's, we'll go over here, that preposition. Because it means there or they. Okay? It is a possessive adjective, I'm sorry. That's what it is. Ma. And it's a possessive adjective, so that's why we put it at the end. Right here. Ma. They hunt. Tazah wa. Oop. There's a D there, I'm sorry, it's Salakia. Tazawadma. So that preposition, that possessive adjective at the end of Tazawad. They hunt. Lamentations 4:18. Let's find it. We'll finish writing and we'll find the text here in a second. Let's see. They hunt what? What do they hunt? They hunting our steps. That's what they're doing. Our steps. Man, wow. They hunting our steps. So let's say this. Tazah, Tazide, Zaid, Nawa. And of course, Nawa, right here, tells you our. That's how you pluralize steps. I'm sorry. That's how you do take a possessive adjective and put it at the end of Taza'id, that's steps, and you have Taza'id Nawa. That's all you got to do. And so, and then you have a word called our steps. You see? Let's kind of put it right here. There you go. Taza'id Nawa. Taza'id Nawa. Because if you look under Nawa, I don't have to look it up, I know it, because that's one of the first ones I've ever learned. But I'll look it up anyway. Okay? For enunciation, making things clear, and how things sound. Let's make it up. Let's look it up. There it is right there. Nawa. Ooh. What did I do with that? Taza'id Nawa. They hunt our steps. Okay? And Nawa, of course, means our, is our. So you put it at the end. That's what you do with possessive adjectives. They hunt. You know, not the hunt, but it's they. So we put ma, or there or they. Okay? That's a good example of prepositions, how they form themselves at the end. I hope you're writing these notes down in class there. Ma, right there. And nawa, right here. That was a preposition, possessive adjective, I'm sorry. Okay? They hunt our steps. Who's hunting our steps? These fake Jews and all our enemies. Make no mistake about it. That's what they're doing to you. Okay, that's what we started off by saying. The Revelation 2 and 9 people over there, these fakes, we started off by saying the real people are us. We for real, man. We for real. We for real. But the fake people over here, and all the enemies, the fake Jewish people over here, and all the enemies over here, and all our enemies, all of them, especially the fake Jews. Man, they hunting us down in our streets. They ain't but modern day slave catchers. They hunting us down like it was nothing. Let's get in Lamentations 4:18. Let's find out what that says. Let's just read the full passage. So for people who've never seen this before, you say, oh, it doesn't say that in the Bible. Well, let's find it. You got a text, chime it up. But I tell you, here it is. Lamentations says this right here. Lamentations 4:18 says this. We're in LASHAWAN QADASH class with ISUPK. Start off 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commander Junior Hunter, 1969, where we teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the 12 tribes of Israel. And that's all we are, the real Hebrew. That's what I'm saying in class right now. We are the 12 tribes of Israel. We are the real Hebrew. See, we're not the fake. That's what this class is all about. To expose the fake and tell you who the real one is. The 12 tribes of Israel is the real. The fakes is the Jews and all the other nations, especially the Jewish people, I'm sorry. All our enemies too, they all mixed in there, but the real fakes over there that's perpetrating right now to trying to be us is Revelation 2 and 9. The fake Jews. They hunt our steps. So let's read this. Let's read it for what it says. Let's have the word speak out for what it says. Lamentation 4:18. Let's put it. Let's go to. Let's see here. Okay, let's go to verse 17. Let's just see what it says right here in verse 17. Let's read what it says. Let's see what Lamentations is talking about. To lament means to cry. So these are cryings. Okay, they're crying. They're crying. They're lamenting. Okay. As for us, Lamentations 4:17. As for us, our eyes have yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we watch for a nation that could not save us. This nation over here can't save us. And I mean, they can't, as it stands right now, the nation, they can't, matter of fact, they're trying to save these people over here. Donate money to Israel. Them fake Jews, or the Most High said they would be over there messing up things right now and trying to be perpetrators of the real Hebrew Israelites, or the Jews. These fake Jewish people over here. And then it says this. Let's finish reading Lamentation. A nation, in our watching, as for us, our eyes have yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that couldn't even save us. And then it says like this. Look at what's happening to us. They hunt our steps. There we go. They hunt our steps. Okay? And I'll finish writing the rest of the sentence here. So, Tazawadma, they hunt. Tazawad, they hunt. Hunt. Tazawad, to hunt. They, ma. So you put the word together, it's Tazawadma. Tazawadma, okay? Tazawadma. Tazawadma. Dana McCall, glad you can join us. Tazawadma, and others that are watching out there. I think I saw Sean or a few other people over there. We'll make sure we get your name in class right here. Tazawadma. Lamentations 4:18. Let's just underline that so we can. Let me write it down right here. Lamentations. Right there. 4:18. The real Hebrews are being hunted down. Who is the they? Who is the they? All these police out here, all these fake Jews over here, all these slave catchers over here, that's all police is, all the government, all these people are hunting our steps that we can't even go on our streets. So, and it says it right here. They hunt our steps. We're in Lamentations 4:18 now. That we cannot go. They hunt our steps. That we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near. Oh man. Everybody can appreciate that. Our end is near. Everybody's tired of being hung up in this slavery that we've been through for 400 years in America plus. And of course, a couple thousand years even before that in slavery, They hunt our steps. And we can't even go in our streets. Our days are fulfilled. See, the Most High made this for us, for our sake. He made this for us. Let's look that up. Let's look up. I think it's 2nd Ezra 6:54. Let's look it up. Let's find out who he really made it for. A lot of people out there look and say, well, what do you mean? Well, you keep talking about your streets. Well, let's find out. Let's let the Most High talk. Okay? 2nd Ezra, 6th chapter, 54. Let's find out who the they is that's hunted down. Who the streets are really made for. Let's find out. 2nd Ezra, where am I reading here? 6. And And let's find out what he thinks about these other people here and all the other nations. And let's find out what he thinks about them. Okay. Second Esdras 6 and 54. And after this, Adam also, Second Esdras 6:50. Okay, yeah. Next day, beast go. Okay, there you go, right there. After these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all creatures. You know, Adam was a real Hebrew. You see, not a fake. He was a real Hebrew. Whom thou madest Lord of all creatures. Of him come we all. Okay, all right, come we all. Well, let's see what the Bible says here in the Apocrypha, 2nd Esdras 6 and 54. And the people also whom thou hast chosen. Did y'all know we were chosen? The real Hebrews that's been hunted down in the street are God's chosen. Yahweh's chosen. Okay? And then it says right here, all this have I spoken. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake. We're the one to be hunted down the street. He made the world for us. That's why it's our streets. He made it for us. He ain't making for these fakes over here. He ain't making for the Elamites, them fake Indian people over there. He didn't make it for the Moabites, the Ammonites. He didn't make it for them. All right? Let's keep reading. Let's find out who the Lord made it for. We know he made the world for our sake. That's 2nd Esdras 6 and 54. 6 and 55. Let's read 2nd Esdras 6 and 56 out of the Apocrypha. And as for the other people, what other people? These fake Jewish folk and all of the other nations. Name one. And name it. If they're not black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, this is what this has to say for them right here. 2nd Esdras 6 and 56, and it says, as for the other people, that's what he's talking about right here. Matter of fact, let me write that word down. Other people. That's a good caption right there. These are other people. These are the others. The other people, as for the other people, as for the other people, man. So they ain't the one getting hunted down in the streets. Tazawatma. Our steps, they ain't the one they hunting us down. Taza'ai Nawa, our steps. They hunting us down. They ain't the one getting hunted in the streets in Lamentation 14 speaking of. They're not the real Hebrews. So let's see what it says. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, now they come of Adam also. Thou hast said they are nothing. Let's put that word down here. Nothing. N-O-T-H-I-N-G. Everybody can read that word. They are nothing. The Most High said that. Kazakh Barton said that. They are nothing. Okay, let's finish reading. But be like unto they be like unto spittle. Now everybody know what spittle is. Let me write that word down here. They be like unto spit. Yeah. The Most High, that's how he looks at the other nation. That's why, how you know who we are. Because the Bible brings it out here in the Apocrypha. We're the real Hebrews. They ain't going to talk about themselves like this. These fake Jews over here. Y'all other people, you fake Jews, you want to be Jewish people, you hunting us down in the streets like dogs, and Tazah Watma, and our steps, Taza'ai Nawa, our steps. The Most High said, for the other people, you are nothing, and you be like spit. Ha, put, like that. Spit. That's what he's saying. That's what the Apocrypha say, which is the Bible. It says, it be like spit that has likened as an abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. You've taken a bucket of water and you walk in that bucket of water. The Most High say, you know, there's nothing if a drop of water falls out and I got to go over and wash my windows. That's how I look at it. Like a drop of water that hit that floor. That's what it says. Let's read that again. Let's read that again. And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. Got a vessel over here, and let me go watch these windows over here. A drop fall out. The Most High said, that's how you look. You that insignificant. That's how insignificant you are. Other people, you're nothing. Spill. Why? Because that's how he looks at you. Them are the people. These people right here, they're the ones that hunt us down. It's like they're the ones that hunting us down in the street. They're hunting us down in the street, see? That we can't. A Shan Ban Yahweh, a Shan. Trooper Shan in class. All right. Better late than another, troop. They're hunting us down in the street. Y'all make sure y'all take these notes down. And Lamentation 4:18, that's a good one to put down in your notes. And put this word down. They hunt. Tazah Watma. That's Hebrew. Tazah Watma. Our steps. Tazah Nawa. Okay? All right? Let's see. Because, why? Because after all, the Most High made the world. Let's read that, what it says. Let's read that again here. Okay, verse 55, it says, all this have I spoken of thee, O Lord, O Yahweh, because thou hast made the world for our sakes. He made the world for the real Hebrews. You see? And Lamentations 4:18 said, well, they hunt us down the street. They must not know this text. They must not understand. You hunting the real children of Israel in the streets, brother. That's what they doing. All my brothers out here and that's hunting us down the street, all our brothers that are Lamentations 4:18, the blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians, you brothers, my brothers, Lamentations 4:18, the people that's been hunted down in our steps, understand, you are my brothers. Understand, you are the real Hebrew. And that's why we wrote that down on there, okay? The world for our sake. I think we got a little bit more time. I may write the last part of that. 8 and 42, yeah, we might, I don't know. Let's see. Hunt us down the street. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I got time to write all of it down. Let's see, I might have time to write a little bit down. They hunt us down in our streets that we cannot go. That we can't not go. And that is called, in Hebrew, that would be Yalak Nawa. Yalak Nawa. We can't go. Let's see. Our steps, Yalak Nawa. And then, of course, that we, or our, that we cannot go, Yalak Nawa. And then halak means to go or to walk. Halak. I don't know. We may have enough room to write it right here. We're already that we can't go or walk. I'll put walk, or actually it actually also means to go. That's what it's translated. This word right here is halak. Right there, okay? That we can't go. Of course, I didn't put the paleo. We won't have time to put the paleo and the Hebrew on it. But that's pretty much it. And then, of course, in our streets is Barakab Nawa, our streets. In. See if I got enough room to do that. Yeah, I might. Ba, which means in. Well, I got it backwards here. Let's do this. In is the same thing as saying ba in Hebrew, okay? Or our streets. Our streets. And our streets is rakab. We'll put it down here. We got no room here. Rakab. What did I say that? Okay. Rakab Nawa, yeah. Our, yeah. You have to bring out Nawa, so it's Ba Rakab Nawa. There we go. Okay. That's pretty much what Lamentations 3:18 brings out. They hunt. Tazah Wadma, our step. Taza'ai Nawa, that we cannot go. Yalak Nawa Halak, or walk or go. In our streets. Ba in Rakab Nawa, our streets. Streets is Rakab and Nawa, our streets. That's pretty much how you translate Lamentations 4:18. And I didn't write all of it because I don't have time really. But I wrote pretty much the basic meaning of it. And who's doing that? The fake Jews, okay? And I hope you guys enjoyed class tonight. And we'll do so let's see how much time we got. I believe we have some security announcements to put on the board. Let's see. See what time we got here. Yeah, 8:46. Well, I'll go over it again here, but just give you a few more. Give you guys a chance to write that down a little bit. Kind of give you guys a chance to write it down just a little bit so you have a little bit of time. Fake Jews are found in Revelation 2:9, and they're basically white people. All of America and all the other nations, especially mainly the white people over here hunting us down in the streets, and that's why we bring this out. Lamentations 4:18. The real Hebrew is us. This is what we learn in class. The real Hebrew is the black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. That's us, okay? In Hebrew, that's what we're trying to bring out. Who we are, okay? We use prepositions and possessive adjectives to bring a lot of these words out. Our, of course, is nawa. Okay, here it is again. That we or our, the same thing when you say we and our. When you use we here, it's the same thing as saying nawa, just in case people. And let me write the PA above there. That's that. When you use a word like we right here and our right here, it's the same as saying nawa right there. That's why I put it. That we cannot go, or it's the same thing as saying yalak nawa or nawa. Yalak nawa cannot, that we cannot go. Yalak nawa. And go is walk. Halak means to walk. And then in our streets, barakab nawa. Our, there you go, there's that preposition. I'm sorry, not preposition, but possessive adjective right here. There it is right there again. That's a possessive adjective. Nawa, our. And of course, ba, you want to say ba, that's the same as saying in. So let's say it one more time here. Tazah wadma. They hunt. What are they hunting? What are these white people hunting over here? Our step. That's why you don't want to be around them. Stay away from them as much as separated. Badalka. Remember we learned that word? Badalka. Our steps. Taza'ai nawa. The possessive adjective. Nawa. That we yalak nawa. We is nawa. That's a possessive adjective right here. I'll write it over here. So you guys make sure you write this down because it helps you with your prepositions. It helps you with your possessive adjectives so you'll understand. when you read something like this in Lamentation 14, how the pure language of the real Hebrew evolved, how it was given to you, Salaki, not evolved, how it was given to us by the Most High. So we'll understand it. Tazah, wadma, is pure. Taza'ai, nawa, it means what it says what it means. Yalak, nawa. That's why these fakes can't understand it. You know, Yiddish. Want to be a Jew, Jewish. Anyway. Tazah, wadma. Taza'ai, nawa. Yalak, nawa. Halak. Barakab, nawa. That's what that means. Okay? They hung our steps. Lamentation 14. So we had a good class. We had an understanding and of how to write the Hebrew, how to write some sentences, how to expand our vocabulary, how to do possessive adjectives, how to do prepositions, and more importantly, we found out who the real Hebrew is: the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's who we found out, okay? Found out who that is. Let's see here before we trying to get it back on there. Lock it. Not sure here what happened necessarily, but I think the time sort of runs out. Please wait screen kind of ran out on me there. Salaki. Before I write before I said the security announcements over there. Okay. Lock me for a second here, see if I can get it back in here. But if not, we'll have to do it without the picture here, and I may have to just do it, say it manually here without the picture. I'm sorry, lock you there. Okay. But I guess you can still hear me in class, so we'll just go ahead and read the security announcements. Something happened with my screen there, but we will read it. We're the security announcement. We're the ISUPK. Start out 1 West 125th Street Hall, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are to shed themselves of the world. If not, and need transportation, to the teacher will give and arrange it for them. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular class, a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to marry, to speak, and to marry. Okay? There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After 6 months period, the brother and sister get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, commandment, Numbers 18:21, and Malachi 3 and 18, 3 and 8 and 10 means 10th in Mashra. 10th in Hebrew, Mashra, okay? And let's see, priest fund, free will offering for not mandatory whatsoever amount you want to give. Upon the holy convocations, the next one we have is Hakanaka. And for that we say, Shalom, Israel.